Good morning, fourth graders. I am home today with a sick child, so I don't want you to get behind on your spreadsheets, so I'm going to take you through how to create a graph and how to create something called a function. A function is when you have your spreadsheet act like a calculator. Once you have your 10 books, your graph, and your function, then you are done with this assignment. So first of all, let's talk about the 10 books. To have 10 books, you need to be down to row 11 in your spreadsheet. Okay, so right here, I'm at row 11. I know it's kind of cut off, but I'm at row 11, so I have all the books that I need. You have to be to row 11 because the first row is your headings, so that row doesn't count. Now let's talk about how to do our graph. When you do your graph, the first thing you need to do is you need to tell your computer what you want it to graph, and you do that by highlighting. So we're going to highlight the column that has the number of pages. So to highlight, you just click on the cell, hold it down, and drag down like that. Once it's highlighted, you'll go to Insert. And there's a choice under Insert that says Chart. Chart is another word for graph. When you click on it, you'll see some different options. You should click on Charts right here. And then there are lots of different types of graphs to choose from, but for this assignment, probably a column or bar graph works the best. So you'll choose the one that looks good to you. If you want to, you can go to Customize, which lets you do things like give your chart a name. That's a good idea. You can change the font if you want to, or if you scroll down a bit, you can change the color of your bars. So if you want to do that, go ahead. And then when the graph looks the way you want it to look, you click Insert, and then it will be on your spreadsheet. And if you want to move it around, put your mouse on it kind of at the top so that it looks like a hand like this, and then you can drag it wherever you want it to go. I'll just put it over here for now. Okay, so that's pretty simple. The last thing that we need to do for this assignment is we need to create a function that will calculate the total number of pages in our list. Here's how you do that. You start by clicking in a cell underneath the number of pages that you've entered. So like right here. Once again, you're going to go to Insert. And this time you're going to choose the choice that says Function. So we want to do a function that will calculate the total. Which one of these words also means total? That would be sum. So you'll click on Sum. And that puts a formula in this cell. Now, all you need to do is tell your computer which numbers it should add up, and you do that again by highlighting. So I'll put my mouse here, click, drag it down to highlight those numbers, and then I have to push Enter, and there's my total. Right here, it shows me my total. If I click on that cell, up here, it shows me the function. Now, once that number is down here, in the cell next to it, make sure you label it so we don't have a random number on our spreadsheet. I'm almost done with this assignment, but not quite. Take a look at my list of titles. How does the first title look? Not so good to me. This title has not been capitalized like all of the others. For your titles, the first letter of each word should be capitalized unless it's a word like the, or a, or of. So in this case, I'm going to click on this cell. I'll double click on it. That'll put a cursor inside of it. And I need to go in and change the first letter of my words so that they're capitalized. You should do this for your titles and for the names of your authors. first and last names are proper nouns, these should always be capitalized. So when you have 10 books and they've all been capitalized and your author's names have been capitalized properly, and you have your graph and you have your function, then you are done with this assignment. Good luck, and I will take a look at it the next time I see you in media class.